Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. And yeah, we're looking at a new to me gas blowback today. This isn't brand new. I bought this off someone that was a watcher of the channel. I'd helped him out with sourcing a few things over the years. He hits me up in a message and says, "Look, I've got a bunch of guns. Are you interested in any of them?" And on that list included this APFG Spear LT 11.5. There was a Ghetto Blaster and a TM Mark 18 that I picked up. All three had various bits and bobs that came with them, so you might see different pieces on here. I'm pretty sure this is something that he added. Also the flash hider. I believe this is a Toxicant one because it came with a Toxicant suppressor as well. So came with a single Stanag, but we'll just get straight into it. What is it? It's a gas blowback rifle based on the Sig Spear LT 11.5 inch. I have dabbled with a bit of APFG MCXs before. I bought a Rattler, I'm going to say like a year or two ago now. Didn't have the best experience with it. It was fairly unusable out the box, and it just got sent back to the distributor as faulty. So since then, like recently, we've been dabbling in a lot more VFC to try and keep you guys happy and document my journey. And a lot of people don't like what I do, and that's fine. You can't like everybody, but I do get strung up with a lot of criticism. I think it's unwarranted, where I'm literally just showing you as it is. The certain communities don't like what I say when, like, I'll pull like a VFC or in this case an APFG gun, and I'll just run it as it is, see what it can do. And you always get excuses. You haven't done this, you haven't done that, you haven't fully stripped and cleaned it. But none of the other branded, like if you take for instance the Marui MWSs, the Double Eagle Ghetto Blaster, which is fantastic, the Salvo Precision MCXs, the Toxicant MCX series, the KWA LM4, the KWA F90, the KWA Masada, all of these guns I just pull out and use. And if we find that there's an issue, then we look at rectifying it and seeing if we can get it the best we can. And I shouldn't really look at the Discords. Someone, alerted me to a message where people were slagging me off, and that's fine. Water off a duck's back really doesn't bother me. What does bother me is misinformation. So if you do read stuff online about me in forums or Discords, take what people say with a pinch of salt. Like what I saw recently was we documented how we got on with the UMP45. I got out of the box, it shot really well. I bought a bunch of mags for it. We took it to the kill house. The gun was fantastic. We took it out to the range, and the performance was all over the place. And some of this misinformation, some of these misinformed comments were basically telling people that I'd looked at the hop unit and saw it was covered in oil and decided to run it anyway. That is not the case. I ran the gun, it didn't perform. After it didn't perform, I brought it back, got it on the bench, and I was like, right, let's try and figure out why it's not performing. And that's when I pulled the gun apart and realised that the hop unit was covered in oil. This is just the way that I do things, and I'm sorry to get this off my chest on this part of the video. It's, I just have to say it to make people aware. I spend a lot of money, and that's not me flexing, that's me saying I spend a lot of money reviewing these things to try and inform people better on making their purchases. And to be honest with you, when I've reviewed stuff and said bad things about it, I've done it in an honest way, and people have gone out and bought it anyway, but they're more well informed of what maybe they need to do when they pick it up because they want to pick up that replica. So I hadn't delved into the later MCX models from APFG. Now this is very much manufactured by VFC, we all know, but it's under like a pseudonym APFG, which isn't a problem. So we're going to take a look at it today. All that being said, now if this gun in our initial test, because I'm literally going to show it you on the camera today, I'm going to take it out to the range, we're going to shoot it. If it doesn't shoot well on the range, that's fine. We'll look at, I've already been told by people that own this gun that, the hop consistency isn't the best, and you can get like a little aftermarket part for the hop adjuster, which works better. And that's great. I'll go down that route when we get to it, but we're just going to document and see how we do with it. So what is it? It's a gas blowback MCX Spear LT 11.5. It doesn't have any trademarks on it whatsoever. It's in this very much 50 Shades of Bronze. I kind of like it. 11.5, I don't have an 11.5 Spear. I have a 10.5, which is a CSAW, which is my Toxicant. So I thought, let's pick up 11.5, have a blast with it. And I've luckily, investing in the VFC infrastructure the past couple of months, I've got a ton of these mags. So we're going to get straight into it. So the flash hider I can't really speak of because that has been changed. Just bear witness to that. I did get this a little bit cheaper, which, you know, makes it easier to supply you guys. But we got this lovely M-Lock rail up on the front here. I really do much prefer the Spear LT line of MCXs. They just, you can tell where they've made adjustments, and the Spear handguards, like on my CSAW, are phenomenal. They're very, very comfy. You've got this long rail at the top here. It does split about here, which is where the rail picks up. On the Spears, you have mounting screws on the left and right side, which is helps sort of, you know, make the rail a bit more rigid and less sloppy. It's something that they did to try and help keep zero on various other bits and pieces, but I'm not going to give you a lesson in firearms technology today. So we'll just quickly pop this open. Now, with this gun, I did get a bunch of accessories, and I also got, I think it came with a spare bolt. So I'm just going to pull the bolt out here. So you'll see that it does have, you know, a couple of wear lines. I'm not sure if this is apparent on the new ones or this one has broken in, because it was fairly new. It's done some plinking mileage, you know. It's very, very good in the condition of it, which is why I picked it up. Obviously, I've stripped all the accessories off, but the recoil springs on this thing are very, very strong, actually. So what was interesting was I was talking to Phil at Clearwater Airsoft. We were kind of on the range at the same time many weeks back, and he was telling me about the Spear, because he had the Hunter edition and we was having a look at it and shooting it. And he was telling me about the rattlers, like the Spear LT rattlers and the normal rattlers, and they've got really strong recoil springs. But this one does feel very, very stout. So hopefully you've got a big bunch of mass there compared to like the Toxicants and the Salvos. So I'm hoping this does give us a lot more recoil. You know, your fairly standard trigger box here. We've, I presume all these components are steel. Let's get a magnet. So steel bolt catch, steel bolt release. Is that steel mag release? I'm not entirely sure. I don't think so. What I have noticed on this is this one, the button for the mag release, like they've wound it in one too far, so it sticks out. But when I was having a quick look at it, I was trying to push this as you normally would and rotate this round. I can't do that, so I'm going to have to take it apart to do that. Steel hammer, steel trigger components, steel trigger, I think. Yeah, steel trigger. I think these selectors are either aluminium or polymer. I can't quite tell. I think they're aluminium. Steel body pins. We've got a buffer in the back here. Stock. We've got steel components on the stock. I think it's more the pin. Oh, no, actually, the bracket might be steel as well. Steel sling inserts, of course. I can't really speak for the flash hider because it's not the original one, but the barrel and everything is aluminium. So yeah, presentation wise, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? So we'll just quickly whack this back together. And like I say, I've heavily invested in the VFC infrastructure now, so I'm getting more and more replicas, and it just makes it easy. I've got all the mags now, so I don't have to, you know, invest in the mags. It's just a case of picking up the guns, and the guns come with a spare mag. So can we pop this back together here? Pins go in nicely. The gun is extremely solid. There is no play in that receiver. And I know people say, well, real guns, you know, they have play. That's fine. Yeah, we know that. But it's still nice when you get a replica like this out the box and it doesn't rattle its tits off. And it's just nice and solid. It's very, very good. The stock as well is very, very good. Probably one of the best MCX stocks I've seen out the box when it's fitted to a replica. Now, this one isn't just a case of pushing it up. You also have a button here, which was interesting and did confuse me straight away. But you basically push that button, you pull the stock up, you push it round. It's basically got like a little ball bearing there. And if we push that button in, it lets the ball bearing sort of recess. when we want to fold it back out as well, we push that in, we pull the stock up, rotate it round, and when it's in position, it is very much in position. I'm not sure whether with this replica it comes with this cheek piece, this 6-hour cheek piece. There may or may not. Again, this wasn't brand new when it came. It was fairly brand new, but it wasn't like I bought it from a store. So we're going to get straight into chrono in this thing and just seeing what the power does. Is it UK spec or will it need downgrading? So we're set to 0.3 gram BBs. Got a mag here loaded up with some 0.3s. And we're just going to give it a whirligig through the chrono and see what it does. So we are 0.873, 0.981, 0.9, 0.9, 0.95, 0.88, 0.79, 0.8, 0.71, 0.81, and 0.844. So we did sort of level off a bit there. The hop is probably on, but yeah, let's give it a quick burst, see what it does. So we're hiccuping a bit there. Not the smoothest, but not terrible. To be honest, I'd never plan on shooting this full auto anyway, just because they tend to be a bit inconsistent on full auto. But the mag is a version 3 mag, you know, there's nothing much to say there. I've got a bunch of these, I've got this on PMags. So we're going to be taking this on the range very soon. To be honest, for me, I've already done it. For you, you won't have seen it yet. It will come out consecutively. So the 6-spear LT from APFG, presentation-wise, out the box, it's pretty damn good. Nice and solid. It seems like the kick is fairly substantial to compared. It's not crazy, but it's definitely heavier than the Toxicant and the salvos. So it has a better trigger than the Toxicant and the salvos out the box. It has better recoil than the Toxicant and the salvos out the box. But can it perform like them? So we're going to get to that very soon. So thanks for tuning in just for this quick overview. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you like the MCX spears? Is the MCX being overdone right now? I want to hear about it down below. Do you own this gun? Have you got any tips and tricks to let the viewers know? Put it down in the comments below. As always, you can find a link to the Jaeger Precision Discord down in the description. And from me and Bench, thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you in the next one.